Okay guys, this video is going to be going over how to import a dataset in Rguroo. I've already signed in to Rguroo. I just went to rguroo.com, signed in, and it brings me to this page. So I'm going to click that arrow beside data, and then right below there is where we can import a dataset. I'm going to be going over how to import a dataset using a dataset repository. That is where you're going to go when you find your dataset for your project. There are other ways that you can import datasets. You can see here import datasets and import tabulated data, and then create a new dataset, create a new table. So there's lots of ways that you can get data into Rguroo, but in order to find a dataset that already exists, you're going to go to dataset repository. Okay. I'm going to X this out. So when you click on that, it's going to bring this menu up. It says repository dataset import. You can scroll down through all of these repositories, but the one that I'm looking for, I'm going to be using a dataset called Serial a lot for demonstrations within the class. And that is under Wiley Rguroo workbook. So Wiley is spelled with a W. It would take me forever to scroll down through this list. So I'm just going to start to type in Wiley Rguroo workbook. And as you can see, that result populates there. So I'm going to click on that. And then a repository is basically just a set of data sets. So it's, a bunch of data sets that are in a group. So if you notice, Serial is listed in that data set under the Wiley Rguroo workbook repository. It's at the top, basically. It's not the first one, but the second one. So I don't really need to start to type Serial. But again, if you're looking for a specific data set within a repository, you can always start to type in the data set that you're looking for there as well. Okay, once I click Serial, then I am going to click Import down here at the bottom, and then click OK. And notice now that my dataset Serial is located on the left-hand side. So that's how you import a dataset. I'm going to go through those steps one more time, just because there's a couple more data sets that I want in here anyway. So again, that was when you log in, you're going to click that arrow beside data, go down to data import, and again, data set repository. I'm going to either start to type or scroll to look for the data set repository, the data set group that I'm looking for. And then once you find it, again, the list of data sets will be there at the bottom. So a couple more that I'm going to be using, this college scorecard. I'm going to import that one. Sorry, my screen recording tools kind of get in the way down there. I'm also going to download this COVID response. And marriage. Okay, so guys, I have currently 4 data sets over here in my left-hand side. If I wanted to see what's in those data sets, all I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on whatever data set that I want. So if I open Serial on the right-hand side, it'll give me a list of everything, every data variable that it is showing. So notice those that column on the right hand side is the first row across the top. Okay, some of them are categorical and some of them are numerical. A good data set for your project has a good balance of both. I will say to make sure that your numerical ones are numerical. A lot of the times when you look, sometimes they'll have numbers there, but only include numbers like 0 and 1. So that's like a true false scenario or a yes no question, which is actually categorical rather than numerical. So make sure the data set that you are picking, it has at least 2 or 3 real numeric values. Like if I look at this cfbai.co, I only see zeros and ones there. So even though those are numbers, that is not going to be a numerical category, okay? But I do have plenty that are. Sodium, I can see numbers there. Saturated, I'm assuming that's fat. Yeah, saturated fat, those are numbers. Total carbs, dietary fiber, protein. So this data set has a lot of numbers. It also has some categorical ones. Shelf location, so middle top, bottom middle, right? So that's categorical. Also manufacturer, Kellogg's, General Mills, Quaker, those are categorical. And then the cereal name is also categorical. So I have at least 3 categorical variables and at least 3, many more than 3 it looks like, numerical variables. So this would be a great data set to use for my project because I'm going to have several options for categories. I'm going to have several options for numbers to work with in order to do different statistical analysis of that data set. Okay, so when you're looking for your data set for your project, make sure you're looking for those kinds of things. Okay, this is the video on how to download a data set in Rguroo.